Hi, hello, g'day, kia ora, welcome to the studio. I'm Paula from Moxy Mojo. Thank you for joining me for the last prompt for Junk Journal January for 2024. So the last prompt is reflect. Now I'm not sure if this is a prompt that is like a repeated prompt or not. And no idea, but I mean it is kind of interesting to have in there. So I thought about whether I wanted to reflect on the journal or reflect on Junk Journal January and what I've been through and what I thought of it. But in the end, I've decided to actually go literal again, and I've been around my studio desk and just anything that was within reach that is essentially reflective by nature, I have pulled out. I've got no idea what's going to happen on this page. It could just be a whole lot of things thrown together and see what happens, but I've got no plans for it whatsoever. No idea what I'm doing. I've just pulled together all the shiny stuff. I was a magpie. Okay, so we'll see what happens and go from there. So now, one of the first things I want to do is we're going to add some paper, and we'll add some of these little pill bits, chocolate paper, and this. But it's just going to be like random bits kind of thrown on the page type thing. So now it bends this way, yep. So I can have thicker stuff this side, thinner stuff this side. There we go, just that pushing it down makes it kind of shiny. Right, okay, so we have our frame for our reflection. I like that. Right. So now I think we need some gum wrapper. Given that these are like the bigger pieces and the ones that I can do more with. So now, and also, right, so we've got some of this, but it's going to go over the top, I think. But I just need to bear in mind kind of size. Okay. Later, and like I'm not sure what I'm going to use, if I'm going to use everything or not. Now I was going to use this, so now that's brown glaze, but I think I want a darker glaze. We've got our brown glaze, which is, yep, still looking good. Now we are going to add some Mars Black Heavy Body Acrylic to it. Hopefully not too much. I just thought, rather than just like this black, I'm going to add just this hint of quinacridone magenta and just see what that does. Hopefully, whoops, wrong way. Hopefully that's enough. And normally I would let this sit for a wee bit, but it's pretty much drying almost straight away because of the heat in here. So I need some more of them. And now we're going to right, clean that off. Clean wet wipe. Whoops, trying not to get that on there. Whoops, definitely trying not to get that on the back cover. Cool. Alright, so alright, I'm happy with that edge. I need to work on it some more. Right, okay, so that'll do me for base layer. Awesome. Right. Okay, so I don't think we need the pewter because I think that antique bronze has done that trick. So that can go away. But I want to try some of this iridescent rich bronze. Because I've used that copper, but I haven't used this one yet. What have we got underneath here? Okay, so it's pretty much all covered because I know last time I used these, it soaked through the paper. Alright, there we go. So we've broken that seal. Alright, so let's just put a little bit. I'm trying to put it directly onto this, like the silver bits in this case. mostly dry, and then we will clean off the centres a bit. So I might get out my heat tool for this and we'll go from there. Okay, that was a really quick dry because, like I said, everything's drying so quickly in the studio today. So now we're going to just kind of clean the centres of these bits a wee bit. I don't want to do any more drips with that. What I might do is do a spray over with some gold. So we'll give this a go. Now, I can't remember if this had a ball bearing in it or I've added it. So this is Dye Eye Zinc Spray Finish from Aladdin 80807. Now I have had to replace the nozzle on this because it just would not spray no matter what I tried with it. What I am going to do is, because I don't want my rest of my journal to get covered in spray, as much as I love the gold spray, I am just going to put out some paper. And besides, then it'll make the paper goldy for when I use it for something else. Okay, that is just going to annoy me. Sit there. I haven't tried this since I replaced the spray nozzle, so we'll see if that worked or not. Right, that was 3 sprays. I think I managed to avoid getting that one, but I did get that and that. Well, it looks beautiful on the paper there. So we'll see how it looks on there. Alright. So what we're going to do is, I think, we are going to just dab the excess off. Okay, so you can go there to dry. But, yep, I can see the flecks of the gold on there. Looking good. No, don't want that. I do like the idea of this. And I kind of like the idea of it sticking up. So if we stick that up there. Okay, let's just cut it. And then we're underway. That looks quite cool. So if I go up to there, I think. Right, so now I know what's underneath there is that one there. So I can't just staple it on because I'd be stapling through this. Although I could open these out and staple, potentially. What I might do is, what I could do is sew it on and then sew it through to the other side. That might work. Let's do that. Okay, so I found some gold thread that was in a swap, or the swap that I got from Miss Wendy, but I also found these gold stars, and I was just wondering whether they could fit, or some of them could fit on there. I think they might be the perfect size. So we'll just have to have a look and try that in a minute. So we're about to get really creative here. So I'm going to be sewing through here. There. Now I need to open out that. So that I can, now first of all, work out where I'm going to sew you through. There. Now I know on the bottom here is a big loop by pure chance. No, don't want you on that side. I want you on this side. And you're going to go down to about there. Alright, so through to the other side. Now, put you there. Now, what I might actually just grab is, sorry, don't need you ribbon, one of these to hold. Whoops, that dang, oh bother, I need to, it's over a wee bit. I want you about there. How about that way? No, see, that is over too far. Right, but we will fix that up. So I want to put you there to hold you in place there. Then I will grab another two, because I want to hold that one in there and that one in there. So that means I don't need to worry about you. I've only got the one that's open. So now, so we want you to be over there. So you are going to come up about there. Hang on. Let's just grab a few things to sit this on. So now it is on here, and might actually be easier for me. So now we've got that one sorted out. I've worked out a way where I can have smaller stitches on the other side and big cross here. So if I go across the front of here and then up and down the small between two holes on the other side, it makes it a very small impact over here, except for that one stitch where I came out the wrong way. So there, so I'm going to do like a double cross now that I've got it sussed. And we're just going to have a couple of small like tacks almost on there. And I'm just going back and forth through the same holes, which is great. So now if I take that off and that off, you are attached. Cool. Now, shift you out of the way while I decide what I'm doing next. Now, whoops. So what I might do is actually just put those onto that just to hold it closed. Now I'll leave you somewhere handy just in case we change our mind. So now we've got this. White splatters. Black now. Cool. I like that. Oh, I'm really pleased with that. Really, really pleased. Especially given I started not knowing where I wanted to go. Ta-da! Look at that. Did you get anything on you? Oh, gold sprays. You got a wee bit on you. So, I'll put you aside to keep. Yeah, I didn't really know where I was going with this, but I love where it has ended up. So, holding it up, it is actually more reflective than what I thought it would be from down here, because it looks quite flat. But when you hold it up, and you can probably see that on the camera, especially with the lights on, how reflective it is. But I mean, kind of one of the things I wanted to show was how distorted mirrors can sometimes be. in that, you know, even though you think that's what you look like, other people might see you differently. And despite all the flaws that are there, people still love you. So that is my reflect. So thank you for being with me on this journey. There's only one final page I want to show, and I'm just not going to close this properly. And that is the page that I did with all the collabs in it. So I've just cut everyone up and glued them back on as, you know, fit as much as I could onto the page. So I'm pleased I've managed to get everyone on there, so I know everyone who participated in this year's Junk Journal January 2024. So that's there. So every page in my journal, excuse me, is now complete with that last one there. Oops, I haven't dated that one, have I? Or haven't even got the title on this one. Need to add the date onto this one here. So this was I'm going to go, actually I might put the date up here just because 30th of January 2024. And then this one, I'm actually going to put the title on this strip here, which is on the previous page, but I want to leave this page just as it is. And so no, this way round, because this is how I read it. So reflect, and it is the 31st January 2024. Cool. I'm happy with that. I am going to leave it open probably for a day or two, or at least overnight, to make sure that all those paint splatters are dry. But I like it. I love the way it turned out. Yeah, it's quite deep and meaningful, and yeah, and I love how the silver seems to shimmer different colours too. Right, anyway, I'm gonna go and cook my tea and have a break and put my feet up for a couple of days. Well, actually, no, I've got to go edit the video now. But I will see you back in the studio. So if